Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another live this morning and soon to be podcast. The doctor is in, so let me know if you're on with us this morning, and I'll just wait for a few people to come on, and hopefully everything is good. Okay, a few people are coming on with us, so good morning to you. Say hello. Okay, we're going to talk about detoxing today. Rosa, how are you? And Keith, good morning to you. Good to have you on this morning. Pam and Frank, Marin. Yeah, okay. Steady Eddies, people coming on. Jerry, bonjour. And Jackie from Pembroke. How are you, Jackie? And Nick's on with us this morning. And Ashley, good to have you on. It really is. Okay, so we're going to talk about detoxing today, how often you should do it. How do you do a detox? Maria and Denise and Linda, good morning to you. Okay, so hope you're having a great day. Yolande and Jennifer, okay? Bonnie, anybody from the US of A this morning on with us? Diane is on. And Dwayne from Mexico, good morning to you. Buenos dias. Did I say it right? Okay. Francine and Michelle and Shelley. Yeah. Good to have you. Okay, good to have you on. So imagine from Mexico to South Africa, we get them, and Pakistan and Ireland, and we've had lots, okay? Manchester, England. Sue, good morning to you. Probably not morning over there, right? What are you, 6 hours ahead of us? Okay, yeah, so you'd be in the early afternoon over there, okay? Janelle and Sonia, Bill and Maura, Joyce, you guys are great. Michigan, Joyce, thanks for coming on this morning. Okay, Gloria and Andrea. Hola, Dwayne. Viva la Mexico. Yeah, good for you. Happy to have you on. Okay, Missouri, Alan. Okay, John, our friend from Elgin, Illinois, where they made Elgin watches. I'll never forget that. And Nahid is on from Pakistan this morning. So great, good crowd. Okay, so let's talk this morning about detoxing, okay? So people, is it a good idea? It's a great idea to do a detox, okay? And I think some people sort of get this, I don't want to say they're wrong doing it. I'm just saying that sometimes you think you're detoxing when you're not, okay? So I've had people, for example, do a juice detox, right? Celery juice or whatever, and doing that for 30 days in a row. And, and I'm not saying any of that is not good for you. I just want to tell you how to get a real detox, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you want to get after your detox organs, okay, you have to be very specific. So your two main detox organs, okay, are your liver and your kidneys. Now your lungs too, and even your gut, but those are secondary. To really give your body a cleanse, a detox, you must detox the liver and the kidneys. So I like to tell patients over the years, look, you can do juicing, you can do, different types of so-called detox, but you're not really detoxing the two main organs that you need to detox, and that is your liver and your kidneys, okay? So the best way to detox is, first of all, empty the liver. The liver does 600 things. The liver, you can't live without it. Believe you me when I tell you that. And as I've been telling you for a long time, the liver gets gummed up. The liver gets full of glycogen, stored carbohydrates and sugars. So you are never going to effectively do a detox without emptying that liver. And so understand that. Like, you can do a lymphatic drainage, you can do all of that, but you cannot do a true detox unless you start with the liver. The liver is the organ that produces glutathione, which is a master antioxidant, master. It's like Velcro. So as your blood goes through the liver, through the portal vein, your liver, if you have high levels of glutathione, how do you get high levels of glutathione? By emptying your liver of its stored, remember the parking lot, the Costco parking lot. Empty it. Remember the suitcase. Your liver's a suitcase. Empty it. And your liver will do the detox for you. Okay? If you empty your liver will do a detox. Your liver is unbelievable. If you cut a piece off of it, it will regenerate. Your liver is unreal. Its capacity to regenerate itself. The problem is that I think it's higher than this, but 60 to 70% of the population are walking around with a fatty liver. They don't know it. They don't have any symptoms that they're looking for. You know, doctors rely on an ultrasound or whatever to find fatty liver. Give me your triglycerides and give me your HDL and I'll tell you whether you have fatty liver or not. Or pee in a cup and I'll tell you if your bilirubin is elevated or your liver enzymes are elevated. You don't have to do much to find out, but generally, even kids are often toxic because their livers are full when they are weaned on Kraft Dinner and fruit juices and pizza and noodles and cereal. Okay? So understand that. So the best way to do a detox is not to do a lymphatic drainage. Because people ask me about that. So, well, your lymphatics is your sewage system. They will drain itself as long as your liver is clean and empty. Okay? So, and this is why I created the reset. It was the number one, number two, and number three reason. Well, look, I have a method to my madness, guys. There was reasons that people go, Doc, why eggs, meat, and cheese? Well, I said, look, I'm going to lower your insulin. If I lower your insulin, I'm going to empty out your liver. If I empty out your liver, you're going to do a major detox while you are still eating. And if you want to implement intermittent fasting or whatever, which is actually very good for you too, I really love it. But this reset is fasting without fasting. You don't, if you want to fast, go for it. You know, a lot of people find intermittent fasting very easy for them. And it's good for you, believe you me, because you're not using any insulin. But when you're eating eggs, meat, and cheese, you're not using insulin either. And you are emptying out your liver, primarily. You're detoxing that liver. So do you understand what I'm saying? If you don't detox the liver, and drinking water is good. Absolutely. It's part of a detox. Drink water. And we'll talk about a few other things, but no food or whatever. It's what you don't put in your body that's more important than what you put in. It's what you don't. Because when you are, if you're not eating any sugar at all, it's the number one thing, best thing that you can do for your liver. Just don't eat any sugar. None. Nada. Fructose. It's like Monopoly. It does not pass go. Goes directly to the liver. And table sugar is half glucose, half fructose. But if you look at all the sugars that are, read your label. When you see sugar, they're not using table sugar. They're using high fructose corn syrup. And I've talked to you so many times about the danger. I call it the Antichrist of all sugars. It is unbelievably bad for you because it was made in a lab and your body really doesn't know what it is. But the fructose part of it goes directly to your liver and starts to damage the liver almost immediately. This is the organ, folks. This is the organ which produces triglycerides. So can you understand the importance of that for your heart? Yes, your liver. The pancreas goes right along with it because your pancreas is secreting insulin. And insulin is a death hormone today. It's not on your side, folks. Insulin is public enemy number one because sugar makes insulin skyrocket. And if you want to do a detox, you see, your body already has glutathione. Glutathione is like Velcro. So when heavy metals come through the liver in the blood, if your liver is working properly, it will take that out of your body. It will latch onto it. And this is why when your liver is functioning properly, it's doing a detox every day. Do you know that when you go to sleep at night, your brain is doing a detox? The glial cells, G-L-A-I-L, glial cells, work the night shift. Your liver works the night shift. You know when you put your phone on airplane mode and no data is coming in? You know what I mean by that, right? I don't even know what I mean by that. But I learned to do it. Put it in airplane mode. Well, what happens? You get no data coming in, right? So when you're sleeping, your glial cells. Oh, by the way, you want to do a detox on your brain in the middle of the day? Have a little snooze. Your glial cells will come in. Have you ever been to a hockey game? Well, we have a junior team here, but have you been to an NHL game? When they have a timeout, what happens? It's always funny. And even at a baseball game, right? In between innings, around, especially I think the fifth or sixth, they come and they redo the field, right? They pat it down and they come, so they run out of the dugout. And in the NHL and even in junior hockey here, they open the gates and they come out and they clean the goalie's crease and they clean around the boards real fast and they get off, right? In the TV timeout. Well, if you have a snooze in the afternoon, oh, Dr. Martin, I don't want to have a snooze in the afternoon. I won't sleep at night. Well, you're not sleeping at night anyway. People that have trouble, they always tell me that. I don't sleep at night, but I better not sleep during the day because it won't sleep at night. I said, well, you're not sleeping at night anyways. So have at least turn the brain off for 20 minutes or 15-minute power nap, because the glial cells, they come in and do a little sweep, a little cleaning in the brain especially. That's how you detox your brain. You sleep at night. And the glial cells will work the night shift for you while you're sleeping. You see, the problem is, if you're on any medication at all, any medication, name me a medication, if you're on that medication, it's going directly through your liver. That's a problem. Your liver never gets to do a detox properly. So when you're on medications and then you add bad food, sugar, crappy carbohydrates, vegetable oils, all the middle aisles of your grocery store, it's a bad combination. And when you use a sleeping pill, you are not getting the glial cells to do a detox in your brain. What's happening? Oh yeah, you're sleeping. You're not really sleeping. You're sedated. That's different. That's not natural. And doc, I won't sleep if I don't use a sleeping pill. Well, I said, you're really not sleeping. You're sedated. There's a difference. And I don't know how many thousands of patients over the years that I saw in my office that were hooked on sleeping pills. They couldn't sleep without them. And I used to warn them. I said, well, your brain's not getting repair. You are 50, 60, 70, 80% more likely to get Alzheimer's or dementia, because the glial cells can't get in and work at night. You can't force them to do it. You got to be in a real sleep. But even your liver works at night. Your liver detoxes you while you're sleeping. They come in and do the night shift. Everything else is in airplane mode. Your heart is resting. Okay? Your heart is resting. Your kidneys are resting. Your bladder is resting. Your bowel should be resting. Unless you're eating at night before you go to bed. Don't do that. Don't eat. You want to do a good detox? Don't eat. Stop eating. Don't have a snack at night, because you will not detox properly. You see, food is very important, guys. And it's very important you eat in the right times, even to do a proper detox, because you want your organ. I tell people this all the time. I said, when you give your body a rest, man. Well, I like to have my little snack before I go to bed. Not a good idea, because your body doesn't sleep. It has to process that. It takes it 3 or 4 hours to process that. The glial cells are sitting on the sidelines waiting to get in. And your liver cells, they can't do the sweep. You see a building at night, these big office buildings, hardly any lights on, but the janitors are in there cleaning up. They do their work at night. This is so important for you, because I always hear stuff like, oh, take this liver thing, cleanse, and it'll give you a detox. No, it won't. No, it won't. Don't spend a lot of money on liver cleanses or even kidney cleanses. Don't do that. Stop eating, or eat the right things. Do the reset. Somebody asked me the other day, how often should I do a reset? Well, I used to recommend doing a fasting and no sugars or whatever, a couple of times a year. It's not a bad idea. Do 30 days. That's 60 days out of 365 that you're doing a complete reset. It's a good idea. It not only fixes metabolic syndrome, but it will clean your liver right out. Empty it. It'll empty the suitcase. And that liver will regenerate. It'll empty you. It'll empty the kidneys of all your toxins. You need to drink water though too, okay? Like you can't get away without drinking water. Water, water, water. Because water is, you have 60,000 miles of blood vessels in your body. 60,000 miles, 1.5 times around the equator. In your body. And what makes the river go? What makes those water and vitamin W at the Martin Clinic? Only water is water. Water takes a direct route to your bloodstream. There's nothing like it. 2 liters a day minimum. Spring water. I'm having my coffee. And I've told you how many times vitamin C is really good for you. But guys, there's nothing like water. And you need to flush out. Flush out, especially the kidneys. They need water to work properly. They don't work properly with juice. They don't work properly with alcohol. They don't work properly with sugar because sugar attacks the kidneys. It ain't salt. Don't blame salt for what sugar is doing. It's sugar, man. I used to get patients or if I did seminars, I tell somebody, just say sugar every time I ask a question to the audience and you'll be right. It's a bad guy. It's the toxic. Okay. Now look, there's other things you can do, but these are like, you cannot out detox a bad diet. You can't. So you'll hear it like vitamin E, exercise. The rebounder is a tremendous lymphatic drainage. Somebody on our Martin Clinic page yesterday said they went out and got a Facebook page. They said they went and got a rebounder. I love the rebounder. It's so good for you. It's good for your circulation. It's good for lymphatic drainage. Okay? But you can't out-exercise a bad diet. You can't. Because you can't rebound to clean your liver out. You just can't. It's good. Like I said, it helps to drain the lymphatics. People that have a sauna. Fabulous. As my Finnish friends say, sauna, sauna. I say sauna, they say sauna. Okay? And so you can't out exercise. You can't out sauna a bad diet. You need to understand that. And a sauna is good. And apparently, like from people that do the research, that the infrared sauna is the best. It goes the deepest. But, any kind of sauna is fantastic. It's good. You sweat out. You clean your pores out. And it's true. You get rid of debris, but you ain't emptying the liver with a sauna. You're not. So don't fool yourself. Okay? You ain't emptying the liver if you're not cleaning up your diet first to do the detox. So if you go online and you see all these things you can detox with, right? Milk thistle. You know, people ask me about that all the time. Doc, what about milk thistle? I like it. I like it. You know, I have it in my blood boost, milk thistle. Okay? But if you're just doing that, you're doing a liver detox, you're just fooling yourself, because you have to empty the liver for the liver to work properly. So isn't that interesting, right? So yes, vitamin E, exercise, you go and sweat. It's good for you. No doubt about that. It's good for you. It does a lot of things. And it to some extent, you're getting rid of some debris there when you're exercising. No doubt about that. I like that. That's why it's on my vitamin list. Vitamin E. Okay? And a lot of people think too, okay, they have this idea, well, I'm going to use a lot of fiber, right, to detox my bowel. The problem with insoluble fiber is that it often irritates the bowel. I always say fiber is overrated. It's overrated. Okay? Now, if you don't have any trouble with your bowel at all and you use some fiber, I got no problem with that. But I'm a big guy on probiotics and prebiotics, because there's nothing that will detox your gut better than having a good bacteria. You've got an ecosystem in your gut. If you have good friendly bacteria, if you have a good balance between good and bad bacteria in your gut, there's no better detox in your gut than that. You know, you're just going to go scrub the bowel with fiber. That won't do it. You know, because a lot of people think, well, when I go to the bathroom, and that's detoxing. To some extent it is, yes. Your body's smart. It knows how to get rid of toxins there. But you need, again, to really emphasize the liver. And one of the best things for your liver, by the way, is vitamin C. The real one, coffee. Coffee is good for your liver. It is. It's a powerful antioxidant. It helps your liver. It helps to milk. Remember the coffee enema? You remember that? Invented by nurses, I believe. You know, well over 100 years ago. Using a coffee enema. Why does that work? Well, it goes through the portal vein, you see. Coffee goes through the portal vein. Just another reason why I love coffee so much. Okay? Doc, why do you talk about coffee all the time? Well, I like it. But I was a lone guy, you know, for a long time. I'm telling you, you wouldn't believe. I've been doing this a long time. I had a radio show for 20 years. And when I talked about coffee, people used to come after me, especially my colleagues. Oh, that's acidic. It's not good for you to drink coffee, and tea is so much better. No, it isn't. And I said it, and I said it, and I said it. And research is finally catching up to me. It acts just like the drug metformin. Did you know that, coffee? To balance your sugar. How good is that for you? Have a coffee with your meal. It'll help stabilize your blood sugar. It's like a med without taking a med. Okay. So, detox. Let's see if I missed anything. And by the way, when you're consuming sugar. You're depleting yourself of electrolytes, magnesium, chromium, potassium. You deplete yourself of that. Sugar is so toxic on the kidneys. You deplete. That's why we see so much magnesium deficiency today. It's incredible. You know, you go back 40 years, I didn't see it. Not like today. It's craziness today. People are missing magnesium. They miss chromium. They're not getting those minerals. And it's their diet, you see. It's that sugar. It's that toxic poison called sugar. It's toxic poison. And if you don't believe me, remember, your body will do everything it can. Empty out your 5 liters of blood. Empty it out. You will not even have, you'll have between half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of sugar. That's all? Oh, Doc, I need sugar. No, you don't. Your body does everything it can to get rid of it. It can't stay in the bloodstream. It's so toxic. Your body's smart. And so many people, oh, my blood sugars are normal. I had somebody say that to me yesterday. My blood sugars are normal. I said, well, don't rely on your blood sugars. Your body is unbelievable. Don't wait till you're a diabetic according to the medical profession, because, you know, my sugars or my A1C went to here over 5.7, or my sugars are now 6.5 or 7, and now I'm a diabetic. I said, no, you've been a diabetic for a lot of years, man. You've been a diabetic for a lot of years. You just didn't know it. Your body was still able to control its blood sugar, but diabetes is not a problem of blood sugar. Diabetes is a problem of insulin resistance, high circulating insulin. And insulin circulating high creates a cascade of problems inside your body. Don't wait. You're on the Titanic. If you have insulin resistance, don't wait. Assume you are. Don't wait for your doctor. You know, I talked about diabetes yesterday, that the African American population and the indigenous people of Canada and certain groups, they're 80% more likely to become diabetic. Listen, if you're an African American listening to me this morning, please understand, you're probably a diabetic already and you just don't know it. It's so important to understand that. Prevention is now, not tomorrow. Do it now. Change your diet. Change your diet. It will save your life. Nothing like it. There's no drug like it. There's no supplement like it. There's nothing that's going to replace you eating good food. And lay off the carbs and lay off the sugars. Your body doesn't need them, and we live in a different world today. Okay, there you have it for today. Again, Friday, question and answer. You guys are great. If you could, please share this with your friends and family. It helps to get the message out, okay? Invite people. If you're already part of the Martin Clinic Facebook group, private group, I posted an article there, a study there this morning, and people post some. You know, Nick and Jeanette and Brandy are on there all the time answering questions. Plus, you guys just interacting with each other is a wonderful thing. I love reading that. And the testimonies of people that have done these wonderful things. by changing their diet and their lifestyle. And these are encouraging. You know what? There's nothing more powerful than a testimony. Isn't that true? You know, here's what happened to me. You know, I did this. I did the reset, or I stopped, I cut out sugars or whatever. Here's what happened to me. There's nothing more powerful than that. It's pretty hard to refute that when it happened to you. Okay. I'm your coach. Somebody asked me yesterday, well, you're retired. I said, well, I'm not retired. I just changed. You know, I'm just not seeing patients like I used to, but I'm in education, producing this podcast and writing the book, and I study every day. I'm always amazed. I'm learning something all the time. Okay. We'll talk tomorrow. Tomorrow, what's the topic? I've got a couple in mind, so I'll let you know in the morning. Okay? I think you'll find it fascinating. Okay. Love you guys, and talk to you soon.